So this particular copy of Hulk 181, tell me about the grade first, and then we'll get into what's written on it. Because it's not a signature by anyone in the comic book community. Rather, the industry, artists, writers.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, it was owned by somebody who actually gifted this book to somebody else.
Okay, so we'll get to it, though. Talk about the grade first.
So the grade on this book, and I believe if I remember or recall when we discussed it, is going to probably be closer to a 5.60. I think today's market for 6.0, and it's interesting because the numbers do trade and change so often. It's a minimum 5K for this book. And that's what sometimes it sells. It doesn't mean it gets marketed at that, right?
And some of the things that we can look at with this particular example is looking at the spine, looking at the color breaks. This book has a lot of vibrant colors on it, which makes it really exciting to look at, but also really easy to spot mistakes on. And this one indeed has a handful of spine ticks. It has some creases, and it also has a bend on the cover in the top right corner. But the reason why I pulled this one out in particular, amongst the other 5, 6, 7 potentials, is because there is something written in the H, the letter H in the trade dress, right? The Incredible Hulk. It's in the H in Hulk. And it says, Paul Woods, to Mark S., my best friend. So this right here is a gift between two homies. What a nice, generous gift. How would you feel if someone just gifted you a Hulk 181? I think Bueller was gifted a Hulk 181 at one point.
I would be absolutely over the moon about it because why the hell wouldn't you be?
Fast forward a little bit. Oh my gosh, the plot thickens. Because something took place between the gifting of this comic book, this funny book, this expensive stack of papers that are bound by staple.
Yeah, I'm going to go through what I think happened.
What happened? Okay. Because the word best was crossed out. Oh my goodness, what happened? All right, someone gifted you a Hulk 181. What could have happened where you said, you know what, screw it. This guy sucks. This gal sucks. Whoever it was. And you had to take that emotion, put it in the tip of that pen, and cross out the word best.
You know, judging by the names Paul and Mark and the penmanship being so clean, you know, I'm going to guess this was at some point when this book had value, which from what I understand was pretty quickly from when it came out. But I'm going to guess this was a gift sometime in the 80s, maybe mid-80s. All right, had a little bit of value. One friend, young friend, gave it to another young friend. And, you know, like I said, they were best friends.
Oh, I think I know where you're going with this. Are you going to tell me that because it was in the 80s and the Overstreet saying different things about the first appearance of Wolverine, that this friend gifted this and said this was the first appearance, and then he found out about Hulk 180 and said, screw this guy, he lied to me, and he crossed out the best?
No.
Oh,
but
okay,
I do love that story. And I think at some point, they were no longer friends. And the book was still, I think it happened quickly, because instead of realizing that this book gained a lot of value by then, because it wasn't like it had a ton of value still probably, because if it did, why would you write on it more? Right?
He went back to it.
So at some point they weren't friends, but he still had the book enough to still like it. And he's like, doesn't want to be reminded that they were best friends. And it didn't cross out my friend. He just said best friend.
Oh, so maybe they actually are on good terms, but he met somebody else and they're like, you know what? You're my new homie.
Yes.
Maybe that person got jealous. Oh. The new friend is like, wait a minute. I know we have a relationship that we're building. We're both homies. But I see that Hulk 181, and I'm never going to be able to gift you a Hulk 181. So there's this now, like, imbalance. What a responsibility to be that good to a friend. But no, you can never do what's the person's name again?
You can never outdo Paul Woods.
You can never do what Paul Woods did. Oh, my goodness.
Yep.
What a weight to carry.
Yeah, and then you can throw in a love interest maybe too.
That's right. Oh, my goodness.
Right? Oh, he's dating my ex now.
Oh, so now it's even more complicated.
Or my sister, and now he's no longer my friend, my best friend. So, guys, you can write a movie on this script.
That's right, Comic Fam. Okay, so this is what's going on with this particular issue of Hulk 181. We had to bring it to you. It's also like low-key. I know we're just joking around here, but it's these types of added things to comic books. It's not always as funny or major or has like some type of story. Sometimes the story is even way cooler than what we kind of just, randomly brought up on the mic. Sometimes there's actual some like legit amazing history because of one little initial and what that initial represents, what that date stamp represents, the pedigree, for example.
I'm kind of curious about opening it just to see if there's anything more on the inside.
Oh my gosh. All right, Comic Fam, hit the like,
cover.
slap the subscribe. Jeff's going to do that.
Do it now?
Do it now. Let's see.
Do it now.
Let's do it.
Starting the auction off at $1 for 1 minute, like we always do.
This is one of our favorite covers, and you got it.
A little bit of that, what y'all been looking for, right? A little bit of that, what y'all been looking for, right?